My parents didn't look after my well-being.
I was a very lonely child. I was an only child and trying to make my mother happy at all times, and we never got along.
I was put in a foster home which was Dutch reformed, very strict. Was kicked out of the house because I was no longer wanted by the government and no longer wanted by the family. So
I was in the military. I was training to be a medical paratrooper. I was working 3 different jobs at the same time because I was a single mother and trying to prove myself. And I went to George Brown College and I graduated with hospitality management. And still can't get a job because I have nowhere to live.
We were refurbishing these apartments for this lady, and we worked for her for 4 years.
She promised us we'd never have to worry about a place to live again. If we did these apartments for her, she said we'd always have an apartment to live in. We could do like maintenance in the apartments and stuff. And as soon as the job was done, she turned on us and, just kicked us out. And we ended up losing our apartment, and we ended up on the streets.
The reason why I'm on the streets is the father of my second child, Jordan May. She was born 3.5 months premature with cerebral palsy, and her dad was very abusive, and so we went to a parenting transition home, and he still found us, and I was having breakdown after breakdown, so I dropped my daughter off at daycare and walked away. And that was the hardest thing I ever had to do. Nobody would help me, so I did the next best thing. I gave her the help, and I haven't seen her in 5.5 years. I lost all my benefits, and like mother's allowance, everything like that.
In my opinion, one reason why that I am homeless and why other people are homeless, there was no structure in my family.
I believe that one of the true things behind homelessness is addiction. Mental stability and addiction.
You need to be nurtured when family has to be back to a family.
Somebody needs to be, they need to be loved.
Look after the homeless in the way you would want to be looked after.
Give a homeless person 5 minutes and ask them why they're sitting there instead of making a snap judgment.
Not just handouts or something that the government gives you and hope it goes away. No, we need more people involved, more people to see what's going on with the homelessness. The more we get together and show our story.
But the government doesn't listen. They don't go, a lot of them, unlike you guys are coming around and making a difference and actually listening to us and trying to making it better.
The government has got to take a real serious look and not just a Band-Aid for so many years. More affordable housing in a affordable area. I don't want to rent in a crack house. I don't want to have my food stolen. I just need to get in proper housing so I can get to see my children again.
That's real hard, man. People don't understand how hard that is on somebody when that happens, because to go from having everything and then having nothing it's really devastating, It really is devastating, man.
It's really hard in this world when there's not many people motivating people in the right direction.
Most people think that, just because you're homeless or you don't have anything right now is that you've always been that way, or that you're just a bum,
you're
lazy, you don't want to work, you want to just, and a lot of people are that way. I mean, there's a lot of people out here that are just lazy or just, don't want to work, but, there's a lot of people too that have just had hard times fall on them, and, had they worked their whole life like me and just had something bad happen.
The government should take cues from you guys, because it can happen to anybody. With the blink of an eye, it happened to me.
It's hard to make money in the world now.
We just need a chance. Somebody give us a chance.